Good morning. I'm going to talk with you briefly, hopefully briefly, about residency and your assignments. I say briefly, I remember as a kid, I used to watch this show called Dragnet, and it was about a couple of detectives in Los Angeles that investigated different crimes. And when they go to interview individuals about these crimes, they would always say, just the facts, give me just the facts. And so I'm going to give you just the facts here in this brief presentation. Now I will follow up with each cohort, year one, year two, and year three, in a collaborative session, but that's going to be maybe a week or two away. I'm going to see how things unfold as I start to talk with you. You'll be receiving an email from me in the next 3 or 4 days about a scheduled time to talk with me. And if you can't make that particular time, that's fine. Just let me know that time didn't work for you and a time that will. And I'll put you in the schedule so that I can have that first conversation. But I want to go first to the syllabus. I'm going to go over that briefly, and then a couple of comments, and we'll call it a session, okay? Since my syllabus has some small print, I'll probably need my glasses. Now, remember, residency is an 8-week-long course, and so don't be so much concerned about these 3 assignments I'm going to be talking to you as far as turning them in. I do encourage you to start reading the book that I have for each of the years. If you're in year 2, then you'll be reading the literature review book. So there are 3 days that are set aside for your involvement online in residency. First is Thursday, July 23rd. Okay, that's going to start like at 6:30 in the evening. It's just a session with our dean. And then on Friday, you have sessions that start, trying to think off the top of my head, but sort of middle part of the day, and then the same for Saturday. Now remember, here on your syllabus, communications with me anytime. You can call me, you can text me, you can email me, you can make a little paper airplane and send it to me. No, I'm kidding. I try to get back with you as soon as possible. I like to say 24 hours. It doesn't always work that way. When it's regarding a particular, if you're involved in a dissertation already, it will probably take me a little bit longer to turn things around, since I'm continuously reviewing dissertations and other issues that come up. Remember that part of my role is to help you navigate the things you need to get done to successfully complete the program. Now, I mentioned dissertations. Not everybody in residency is working toward their doctorate. Many of you are working toward your educational specialist degree, which is fine. So the first two years of residency, having a topic and then researching that topic through a lit review is important, so that you gain some expertise in a particular area of educational leadership. For those that are in the doctorate program or who will move from the EDS to the doctorate, then this sets you up for year 3, where you're looking at, okay, what does this dissertation look like? So there'll be a template, and I'll start providing information to you on the prospectus, which is the first requirement in your dissertation courses. Okay, so I'm on page 2. Course requirements. Remember, everything that we do in the K-12 school leadership program, and a couple of you are from the advanced educational leadership program, I'll be working with you separately. So, but the majority in this residency of K-12 school leadership, um, who are working to receive the administration and supervision endorsement from the Virginia Department of Education. So our program is aligned and approved through the BDOE, and I give you a site in your syllabus to look at those competencies. We cover those in all of our courses, as well as the professional standards for educational leaders. Now, these are the standards for um, practicing school leaders and also for preparing school leaders. And let me go through those real quick, okay? Because the key are the action words or the verbs in each of the standards. First one, develop, advocate, and enact a shared mission, vision, and core values. And if you stop and reflect on each of those and look at the action verbs, you'll see how important it is to successful school leadership. Two, act ethically and according to professional norms. Three, strive for equity and educational opportunity and culturally responsive practices. Four, develop and support intellectually rigorous and coherent systems of curriculum, instruction, and assessment. Five, cultivate an inclusive, caring, and supportive school community. Six, develop the professional capacity and practice of school personnel. Seven, foster a professional community of teachers and other professional staff. Eight, engage families and communities in meaningful, reciprocal, and mutual benefit ways. Nine, manage school operations and resources. And 10, act as agents of continuous improvement. We should always be looking to improve what we're doing. Okay, let me go back to the syllabus. Okay, I'm on page 3. And this just says what you should be able to or will accomplish by the end of the course. And it's broken down by year 1, year 2, year 3. Year 1 is you'll have an issues paper that focuses on a topic. Year 2, you'll have a literature review paper. In year 3, there'll be a pre-prospectus paper and a template for a dissertation. Okay. Let's see, also on that page talks a little bit about the 3-day residency. Okay, those sessions are required. If you have a concern or an issue, make sure you connect with me. Let's see, then I provide you with the resources for the course on page 5 and a little overview of each of the assignments. Prior to that, on page 4, you'll see how the points are broken down for your written assignment and the other components that you'll be participating in, like the 3-day residency session. So let's go to year 1. What I've done, I've sort of put it all here. Typically, there's not a lot of information on Blackboard for residency sessions. Those of you who attended last year know we didn't even have an individual site. We had one site for a whole residency, and there were different sections. So most of what you need to know is in the syllabus, and I'll be having some sessions with you to further explain the expectations for the assignment. So year 1, well, let me say, first of all, as far as resources, make sure you have the APA manual. This is the 7th edition. Now, some of you have been using the 6th. I'm fine right now with 6 or 7. If you're just getting into the program, start with 7th edition, because that's what you're going to be held accountable to as you continue in your program. Now, this is a nice edition because it has tabs, okay? Of course, it comes in a paperback and a hardback without the tabs, but the tabs are really nice. I know both, so if you, whatever you're using, I'm going to be okay. Again, those that are new to the program, make sure you use APA 7, because that's going to be the expectation for any professional work and whatever other courses that you're taking. So year 1, in addition to the APA manual, you'll have my book, okay, the latest edition of my book, Taking Sides, Classing Views on Educational Issues. I typically, I do this, rewrite it about every 2 years, and I pick topics that are hot topics that also have an article that is in support of that topic in the literature, an article that is not in support of that topic. It's important that when we look at issues, that we don't only look at one side, we look at both sides, so that if we need to as leaders, we can have a healthy debate. We can't have that debate unless you have some tools or strategies to look at an issue, and that's the purpose of this book. It's used across the country in courses in educational leadership and in courses in education in general. So what I want you to do is to pick a topic. Now, first year students, you may already have a topic in mind, but I want you to pick a topic from the book and take a look at how I have structured the articles in my book. Let me just give you a quick hint. If you go to page 1, this is a detailed table of contents. It indicates the issue. It gives you the yes and no article, and just a little overview. But if you go to the first issue on page 19, you'll see in detail an issue summary. Again, then you'll see the yes article, the actual article that I was able to find in the literature, and a no article. Now, there's other hot topics out there, but there's not always the literature out there that has a yes view and a no view of that issue in the literature. So although I'd like to discuss other hot topics in education in my book, the literature is not out there to support the kind of format I have here. So yeah, there are other hot topics and hotter topics, but there's just not the support for the way this book is structured. And so once you read through the yes article and the no article, then I provide a summary at the end. And there's a section on critical thinking and reflection, 2 key terms for being an educational leader. Okay, so think critically, which is using as many resources as you can to deal with whatever kind of issue that you are working with in your leadership capacity, and then to reflect. You just need to just stop, be quiet for a moment, and then think about what you have reviewed regarding whatever issue that you're dealing with. And then search for common ground in the yes side of the issue and the no side of the issue. Where is the common ground? That's what this book helps you do in the process of looking at these clashing views in education. There's also a section on resources, internet resources to assist you. So your assignment is sort of wrapped around that that format. And again, I'll have a collaborative session with all Year 1 students to discuss that further. Year 2 students, okay, your book is the literature review. 6 steps, okay? There's 6 steps to success. Now, I could sit here and talk with you about a literature review, which I'll do briefly when we set up a collaborative session for Year 2 students. But the purpose of having this book, and it's not a real heavy read, okay? The print, okay, the font is large, and so it's not like you'll be reading and reading and reading. And so let me just take you to a key point in this book. Let me see. Go to right after the table of contents, right before the preface. There is a flow chart on the 6 steps of a literature review. Okay, briefly, select the topic, develop the tools of augmentation, search the literature, survey the literature, critique the literature, write the review. Those are the 6 steps. They're explained in here in detail, in the type of detail that will help you do the assignment on producing a literature review. And I'll talk with each of you individually as well as a collaborative session on this. But take a look at those 6 steps, because that's what I want you to get out of this, this part of residency. Okay, now let's go to year 3. Year 3 are folks that are in the doctoral program, okay? They finish their EDS or they come into the doctoral program from the beginning. And the book here is Destination Dissertation, okay? Because you are preparing year 3 for your dissertation. And this is a great little book that really focuses on getting this thing done after you finish all your courses in a year. Can that happen? Yes. I have 2 that are, and she got into her first dissertation course. She defended a proposal, okay, and then defended her total defense in the spring. She was done, okay. And I'm able to work with that and make sure you get the credit hours you need. And if you're that shot out of a cannon and moving that quickly, I can work with you. But in Destination Dissertation, the journey that they are talking about involves 29 steps. And you say, gosh, 29 steps. I'm going to get all that done. If you look at it on, you go to page 17 through 23 in this book, okay, year 3, you will see, and on page 23 is actually a checklist of the 29 steps. And they're explained briefly on page 17 through 23 or 18 through 23, and then the rest of the book explains it in more detail. Do you have to know them, memorize them? No, but it'd be good to take this checklist and see where you're at in your process. Let me just go the first 5 steps. 1, engaging in a conceptual conversation with who? Typically your chair or colleagues. Creating the dissertation pre-proposal. We call that prospectus. Approval of the pre-proposal by your advisor, me. Collect the literature, code the literature, and then it goes on down. So it gives you some strategies to get this thing going. And we also have the Postmaster's Handbook, the template for the dissertation, which is part of the assignment for year 3 students, is to look at a prospectus and what this template looks like for you. So you have something that you have in your hands, you feel it, and you can start, putting the information that you have on the topic you're interested in into that format. Okay, now with all these, year 1, year 2, year 3, they're also individualized. So I'm going to try to meet with you as much as I can by phone or Zoom or collaborate, so that what you're interested in as far as your topic, we start molding that if you're interested in moving on to the dissertation. Okay, so I think that's basically what I wanted to share with you. It is, remember the P-cell. They're just so important because they really give you a conceptual framework for being a successful school leader. I want to close with sort of the verse for our educational leadership programs, the Bible verse. And it is Isaiah 40:31. I guess I have had this verse somewhere in my offices all through my career, from teaching and coaching to school administrator to central office administrator to higher education and what I do now. But Isaiah 40:31, they who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings of eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And if you stop and critically think and reflect on this, you're really looking at perseverance and that's what it takes to complete a educational leadership program at Regent University, or hopefully anywhere. But it's also trusting yourself through your faith in God. So at times we all want to say, this dissertation work or this education specialist courses are really, I don't know if I want to continue. Don't go there with the thoughts, okay? I would say first thing to do is pick up the phone and give me a call, okay? I hope you feel comfortable in talking with me anytime about anything that comes up, particularly in the program. Want you to be successful. Want to find ways when things don't go the way that you would like them to go, that we can find a strategy where you can find success. My own personal feeling about motivating people is that really I can't motivate anybody, because the key to motivation is self-motivation. Okay, it's within. There's somewhere inside of us that we're able to push our own hot button and motivate ourselves into action. Don't wait around for somebody else to motivate you to push your hot button. Okay, you're probably not going to get there if that's your strategy. So just think about that as you go through this residency. That you're here with 35 or more other students. I also have as many students in our advanced educational leadership program. But I wish for you the best. God bless, and have a great day. Bye.